And there he's going to push on in. This could be big. And there goes one unit. Mortar half-track goes down. Flakfling is trying to hold back the unit. But here comes 75. Take the shot. Hey guys, remember to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And hey, go one step further. Become a channel member. Any support you guys give is greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 and today I'm covering a Co3 replay. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a mix where every so often I pull from some of the replays from the Co3 replays. I'll leave the link down below, but essentially it's linked in CoStats. It's a website that you can submit your replays, and usually a lot of the top guys will submit replays. And the reason I do this is that way maybe we can look at what the top tier players are doing in terms of their strategy. This is a 2v2, not 4v4, so there is a bit of difference, but I wanted to take a minute to pull out and look at something else before jumping back to look at the community, because I feel like a lot of times just cover kind of like the mid-tier players, and that can be fine, but it is interesting to see what the upper tier players are doing to kind of get a reference point. So we have a Vermach, a Doc, a Brit, and an American, so a bit of everything. We do have some unique units in this deployment. Let's see. So in this case, we have Flocal, was it Evelyn, Fairy G, and or I guess Farrig. I mean, I guess he wants the G to really stand out, so I'll make sure to stand it out. And Training Season. All right, so we got the Australians coming on out for the Brits, and we got scout units with a Weasel and an MG. Now, Special Operations in the Australian battle group are the two battle groups, of course, who would go for that. The Germans have been a little bit less decisive. They got double Grenadiers, double Pioneers already pulling back thanks to scout units. The Doc has a mixture of light vehicles and bigger vehicles. So, light vehicles and infantry with the Palm Grenadiers and the Panzer Pioneers. Resource-wise, it looks like the Allies have a tiny lead right now, but again, Germans just got that, so now it's flipping. Again, so early on that both sides are going to try their best to cut off each other's resources, cause the enemy to pull back. Again, we have the Weasel here. It did get its MG upgrade, so at the very least, it can focus fire on this stuff. Scouts and MG seem to, again, I've covered this before, but seem to be a little bit more prevalent, especially with higher tier players. Scout units can spot units from afar, use their flares, their smoke to get around MGs that maybe the Wehrmacht get deploy, while MGs are very strong against enemy infantry groups, especially with the recent buffs. So this doesn't surprise me what the American went. The Brits, on the other hand, it is interesting to see the Australians, because is it a situation where we need less infantry, but the Australians pack enough punch to where they can absolutely destroy, in this case, the Wehrmacht, who are just deploying Grenadiers and a Pioneer, another Pioneer, but no flamethrower units. This one is being targeted. His unit might die here. Evelyn could face destruction if he loses a very key unit early on. Again, remember, early on, every unit counts, so if you lose something, especially versing higher tier players, that can absolutely put you into a bind. Pioneer did get the flamethrower. Our engineers had it first, though, and it looks like that was very much key, as that helped remove the enemy, in this case, Evelyn's Wehrmacht forces from cover, and the Australians got the edge in battle. He took some heavy hits. He has a lot of health damage, but overall, not too shabby. Not too shabby. He at least won that. But good news is that looks like the Doc player, aka Flocal, is still advancing and trying to do what he can, getting the victory point and at least cutting off territory up north. Panzer Pioneers in the half-track, just decapping the victory point, putting a little bit more pressure on the Allies where they kind of need it, as the Germans are already down nearly 100 points. Scout units and Australians are taking mid. We have 3 Australians. We have 2 scouts. Okay, infantry support. So we know he went with a cheaper infantry cost, so that's decent. And I'm assuming this is going to be a medical truck, though it wouldn't shock me if he got it with a AT, and that way he has anti-infantry and an AT gun with the 75 on it. All right, the Doc and let's see, aka Evelyn and Flocal need to do something. He got his initial infantry with a veterancy upgrade, so at least they perform better. And again, it looks like they're healed and ready to go, while the Australians are a bit more battered and bruised. So while they have a lot more kills than the Germans, they're low enough to where the Germans can start racking up those kills. Although it looks like the scouts and the captain are quickly taking territory up in the north. So solid effort by them. Okay, we have the 75, so he has anti-infantry for stationary stuff and AT, which is really good by Fairy G. And it does kind of make sense in 2v2. It's not, you're not too far from your base, so maybe you can focus on the medical upgrade back at your base, which he's getting right now. Perfect timing. So there is that. And then for the main base, wait, hold on. Can we switch over to training session? No upgrade yet. Okay.
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
There we go. Oh, interesting. Panzer squad, so AT unit being deployed. Again, you want to make sure you have something to fight armor, and this could actually put some hits in on the 75 if he's not careful. Scout units are pulling back. Again, 2 MGs in the Weasel. I guess you could... Well, hold on. Is he capturing territory with this thing? We actually don't know. No, yeah, okay, so he can deploy equipment and get himself a mortar. So in this case, oh wow, perfect timing. He just popped out a 50 cal. So yeah, the Weasel can mass produce support equipment, you know, just with some munitions, so that's good. That way you can reinforce it with maybe a cheap scout unit or, you know, something more minor. And that way you can have yourself a bunch of MGs or other things. Because we'll have 3 MGs at this point. Meanwhile, the Australians are pushing in the south. Again, only 3 Australian units continue. Nice mine hit. Almost gets the Pioneer, but alas, not the case this time. Royal Engineers putting down mines. Australians moving around, and looks like they're heading for the fuel in the south. Fuel-wise, the Germans do have a small lead, but if they grab the south, that will flip quite easily. Though, looks like the Doc is placing mines and advancing here. I love how he's placing mines, and I don't think the Germans don't have to worry yet about sweepers. It looks like he doesn't have any minesweepers, so mines placed by the Doc will definitely affect the Americans. So again, if he does have the upgrades for infantry support, those reinforcement costs are a lot cheaper. So something to keep in mind. 75 took some hits, I'm assuming, from the Panzer Jaeger squad. 75 is opening fire on the half track. Half track manages to burn out the scout units. So not too shabby. Alright, Panzer squad pulls back. Pack gun moving on up. Down south, we have an MG for them.
Enemy movement near victory point.
Stewart is on the field, deploying, fighting off the infantry. The German player does have a pack gun. Where is that pack gun? Way off from where it needs to be. He was not expecting the British to have a Stewart. Stewart opening fire on the Pioneer squad. Pack gun opening fire. Flak filling's on the field, which is interesting because the American player just has the 75. He doesn't have bazooka teams or anything like that. Which, I don't know. I quite enjoy bazookas for their sheer firepower, especially versus Doc players. But it looks like the American's more focused, I guess, with the AT with 75. We'll have to see if he's able to line that shot up, because so far it looks like that is not happening. Alright. Half track versus the Weasel. Weasel seems to be getting the upper hand. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. Weasel seems to be absolutely dying.
A Weasel's been shot up.
It's like, wait, the Weasel's supposed to be better than the... No. Flamethrower unit continues to just annoy Fairy G and force him back. Nice shot with the 75 on the flak filling. But again, he needs to be very careful. Sniper is on the field. I haven't really covered that, but yeah, he got a sniper to try to weaken down the Doc forces, but I just don't think it's getting many kills. He got 2 kills so far.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Okay. We still got plenty. Well, okay, not plenty, but the Doc still has some movement going, with units moving on up to take territory. The American has a lot more men, and to be fair, reinforcement costs are going to be lower for him, so he should be back up a little bit quicker. But that being said, looks like he's hoping for some SSF commandos to really turn the tide. And again, they have both AT and anti-infantry capabilities, so we'll have to see how effective one unit is. especially because he really doesn't have any other frontline units. Sure, you could say maybe the captain or some scouts could provide support, but they're very much support. They're not bar finders, right, from Code 2. They're not like a weaker unit you can upgrade to some amazing potency. It doesn't really happen. There is no upgrade system like that in Code 3. So, really, the captain's good for support. And, again, the mortar support, or off-map barrage, you can call it, is great. But still, this is a true frontline unit that he has. And, yeah. He's going to push on up with everything he has. Right now, we have the, we have engineers trying to build some cover. Again, doing the best he can. Let's see. Alright. Oh, can he get the wipe? Panzer Pioneer goes down. SF Commandos now switching to bazookas, hoping to get the kill on the little motorcycle team, but it survives, barely. Again, he does have sweepers now, so he is prepped for mines. MG is open being lit upon by the Palm Grenadiers. They were in good cover and have mortar support, so Doc wins that battle. Local is going with the last building, so he's getting himself up the Panzer Company. So, sorry, Panzer Army Command. But anyway, point is, Panzer III, Stuka, and the Flak 36 are all on the table for him, which is good, because he needs something else to keep the American at bay. Because, alright, meanwhile, the Australian has been, I don't know, I feel like a little bit less effective with his counterattacks and pushes. He's been doing fine, but I feel like he's gonna have some run into a brick wall, in this case with double pack guns. Vermont player went breakthrough, you can see here by the MP40s, has multiple Grenadiers healing on up, a mortar team as well. That being said, even though that unit might have some issues, that's if these pack guns get in position. With Flamethrower, might be able to push him out in time. He's setting on up. He's gonna turn the corner. Oh my god, he wasn't able to line the shot up. Damn. Never mind, Australians are gonna push on in. No, wait, here comes some Grenadiers. Australians are good, but they're good, like, medium to long range, not close range. So maybe the Grenadiers can use that to their advantage and close the gap to do a lot of damage. Bishop is on the field. It is interesting to see an artillery unit in a 2v2 match, just because, again, I'm not saying it's not common, but you would assume that he would want to go for tanks, but you know that a Bishop is very strong and very potent if in a 2v2 game where it's a lot more susceptible to potentially the enemy diving in with something. And they're like, no, get the Bishop, it's going to be great. Meanwhile, artillery fire seeing the Grenadiers kind of misses pack guns moving on in. Stewart definitely had to pull on back. American players being hit by the motorcycle team, gunning down the sniper. Sniper barely makes it out alive. Now Panzer Squad is diving on in, trying to kill the 75. 75 not reacting fast enough. Panzer Squad could go for the kill, but I think he'll just barely make it out. Alright, MGs are ready to go. Blackfurling looks like hit a mine. Okay, nice, good old American mines. He actually, hold on, did he go for cheap mines? Let's double check real quick. No, he just has lower the cost, but you can decrease mine cost by 10. It's not that expensive, all things considered. I'm thinking about making a video about like the American the 3 different upgrade paths for the Americans. That is, I literally have a script, kind of rough draft out for that. But suffice to say, that's a really good one, especially when you don't have a tons of munitions, because again, at the very least, you could place more mines and have more defenses. I get that this German player does have... Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. The Panzer Pioneer died and had the flamethrower before, so mines are even more effective. Oh, mine hits the Panzer Squad on the way out. Love to see it. Grenade is thrown. MG pulls back. Again, the mortar teams have come in handy. I wonder if this guy... if this half-track will upgrade to a mortar half-track as well. That way it really keeps up on the Americans and hopefully keeps their MG, stuff like that, on their toes, right? Because if they set down, they're immediately under fire. Pioneer Squad is lit up by said American MG. Looks like the motorcycle team's about to die. Yep, there it goes. So one less vehicle. Bazooka teams open fire. Didn't do as much damage. Again, that's why also I like going with bazooka teams, because naturally I then get the upgrade, so you can boost up all bazooka teams by 33%. Really damn good. But let's see. AT shots from the 75 hit the mortar aft track. Flak filling is right there.
You have command points ready to spend.
My question would be for the dock player, what upgrades has he gotten for his troops? He's gotten a veterancy upgrade. Okay. He's gotten survival package that increases health. And he got emergency repairs, so they automatically heal and the combat half tracks, because of course, otherwise how are you upgrading your half tracks? But that means it's a lot of armor to the a lot of health to a lot of this light armor, so it makes it even more annoying to kill. AT gun from the British player puts it down, so good job by training season on that. Artillery just hits the mortar half track dead on. Nice shot on the mortar half track as well. Hits double shot. Damn, this 75 is doing a lot of good work. MG and SSF commandos hopefully will keep the Panzer squad away with the sniper as well following suit. We have double SSF commandos, right? Am I crazy or just one? Oh, no, there is two. He has a second one. Okay.
Territory sectors are isolated.
And there he's going to push on in. This could be big. And there goes one unit. Mortar half track goes down. Flak filling is trying to hold back the unit. But here comes 75. Take the shot. Flak filling is about to go down. Unable to escape. The man tried to escape the game through the screen. Unable to. And that's 1, 2, 3 units all down. Medtruck out of base equals Medtruck lost. Mule, not wrong. It does make it more susceptible to being targeted. And yeah, good job by Fairy G and training season for putting the pressure on them. But AT gun is lost. And where are the British forces? They are healing at base right now. They're coming on up on the Grenadier that is, suppressed, but looks like smoke will get him out. Panzer IV's now coming on out. Helps push back the Australians. Australians do not have any sort of AT capability, so don't expect them to be like, oh yes, Panzer IV, we can fight them. No. But, interesting choice. The British player went with a second bishop. A second bishop is at the field. Again, maybe the idea is to arty the enemy, but again, I'm looking at these teams, right? And there's one MG in this building, and there's an MG here. Maybe the pack guns, but I feel like a lot of the things are more mobile, which might make the bishops less combat effective. But we'll see. Mortar is hiding behind the building, which is taking artillery fire. Look, the building's about to go down, but at least for now, the mortar was safe. Now it's a little less safe, but still. Panzer IV is on the field, which is our first major medium tank we've seen so far, and the Allies do not have any medium armor. Again, we have Tank Depot for the Americans deploying light vehicle upgrades, which makes sense because the Bishop, I believe, would fall in that category as a light vehicle. Panzer III is on the field, so the Germans have at least some medium armor. You know, a change in quality, but remember, this Panzer III has at least 2 health upgrades, which is 120 health added on to it, so pretty solid stuff right there. Meanwhile, the Americans don't have that. They have some light stuff, but still, it's a bit more of a mixed bag. Panzer Pioneer does have minesweepers, so they should be able to detect the American mines now. SF Commandos, though, do a ambush attack on the Panzer III. Not that much damage, but still, at the very least, it's getting some hits in. We have a truck going out, so it looks like the British player is trying to get as much fuel as he can from a very good fuel point. That said, it is close to the base, so you're still going to get a little less resources from, let's say, going out and getting something a little farther. But it makes sense. You're in a high player 2v2 game. You can't really afford, right? You can't really afford to risk it for the biscuit as much as you potentially could. Hold on, 2 Panzer IIIs are on the field. Okay. Again, German players quickly racking up the armor where the Allies are not. They still have a Stuart, and okay, now we're seeing a Sherman, but we don't have mechanized, and we only have special operations for the battle group, so it's not going to be as effective. Now, luckily, we have a kill zone here with the Panzer IIIs. Panzer IIIs are being hit by the 75 and bazooka teams. Grenades are thrown to push back the SF commandos from the assault grenadiers. Panzer IIIs are lighting up those commandos, doing the best they can. And with that, the 75, I think, hits a mine or something. Panzer III might try to go for the kill. One of the SF commandos did pull back, but there is still a second one on the field. No AT, it has main weapons as anti-infantry, which makes sense with the assault grenadier. There goes a kill, and the 75 put in a perfect situation where the dock can move in, kill it, and get out without much AT fire hitting it. SF commandos could switch. They do open fire and just a bit more damage. Now, needs a bit more for a kill shot, but still at least keeps it away. Meanwhile, here comes the other Panzer III after some heals. They're lighting up that commando squad from afar, force it back. And the Sherman, instead of going to fight them, is actually going to stop the Evelyn from pushing on in. Panzer IV coming in, hitting the Sherman from one side. There is a... Okay. British supplied American AT gun. Sure. Anyway, whatever. 6-pounder neutralizes that. Another Panzer IV coming on up. Pack as well hitting the Sherman. He cannot afford to lose this armored vehicle. AT gun... Oh, shot bounces off the front. AT gun lighting up the Panzer IV, but not enough. Panzer IV puts down the Sherman. And while the Panzer IV is injured, half health, and doesn't have automatic repairs like the Dock player, still, I call it a win for the Dock overall. They killed 2 American vehicles at the price of, what, 1 Panzer IV? So yeah, I would say that's a bit of a win. We have 21 units over here compared to 20. And again, the British player can't really come in with his armor because it's all bishops. Now, again, let's double check the kills. Again, 0 and 1. So, and look, before someone says, yes, I know they undercount artillery in this game. It's a glitch or a bug or whatever. But still, it's not a great situation to be in. American players still have a small VP lead, but with the Panzer IV locking himself down here and the Dock player coming in with more armor, the Americans aren't going to take this, and the Dock should be able to hold it. Plus, looks like we have the British forces pushing in the south. That's a lot of resources. That'll be very helpful, especially with munitions. But it still isn't going to help the current situation, which is armor, and even more armor. So, actually, I think that is... Yeah, a Panzer IV command tank on the field. That's thanks to Armored Support Battle Group. Breakthrough. Look, the Axis are getting 33 fuel per return. Maybe we see a Tiger, but it would still take a while, so don't expect that. Hellcat is on the field along with AT gun and the SF Commandos. Please tell me I was right with that. Yeah, 6-pounder. I was like... I'm always like terrified, like, oh shoot, did I misrepresent that unit? Anyway, looks like the artillery missed the half tracks, and Panzer IVs sorry, the Panzers are backing on up, but looks like artillery completely whiffed that. A sniper, real quick, let me just check the kill count on that guy. 14 kills, a lot better than I've seen in previous sniper games, but now he has to deal with this MG, which has already suppressed the commandos. They've redeployed to the left, trying to get the heck out of there. They need to take that victory point to stop the bleed, which now they are lower. AT gun being triple teamed. Hold on. Middle shot down the road. Can the AT fire? No. He's unable to line up that shot. Yep. Immediately goes down. Grenade hits the Hellcat, stunning it. Again, now we have ourselves a Crusader on the field. That's cool and all. But, I mean, the enemy has, what, 2? No, just 1 Panzer IV. And 2 Panzer IIIs and actually a Panzer IV command tank. So technically there are 2 Panzer IVs, but only 1 for Evelyn. Anyway, Stuart tries his best, but has trouble fighting off pack guns in the Panzer IV. Meanwhile, we have the Hellcat up north fighting off the armor. Commandos doing the best they can, but again, it's a lot of armor that they have to deal with, and I don't think they have the upgrade. Hellcat pulling back. Being lured into the bait. Bishops! Oh, no! Oh, turn the bishops. They won't see us. Immediately, Panzer III's like, oh, they backed right into us. Perfect.
We have command points that should be used.
Bishop now running for its damn life. And gets Fausted by Grenadier. Both bishops are down. Honestly, I kind of want to say that was the biggest F for training season was the double bishop. I just did not see its potential. I feel like population-wise, I mean, Evelyn's doing really well, and he doesn't have the upgrade. Like, the Luftwaffe gets 25% reinforcement cost reduction. He has breakthrough. He doesn't have that you know, cost-saving measure. So he's doing really well. If the bishop was truly actually causing his army to take horrendous losses, you would not see, one, this many troops, but two, this many highly vetted troops. So yeah, I think in this situation, training season's double bishop may have cost the game. But let's see if the Allies are able to come out with something, because average army size is 80 versus upper 50s. The Allies need good, solid kills. So we'll have to see where how this goes. Australians open fire on the Grenadier. They do some damage, but again, it's not. Evelyn has plenty of manpower, so that's not gonna really do much. All right, Australians are at least got some veterancy to them. No upgrades. I will say that I don't know if he put it on mines or maybe he was doing special. Yeah, I have actually no idea what he used it on. Also, Stuart went down. That's unfortunate. Here come the Panzer IIIs, just backing on up right into the American lines. American flying a Hellcat. He has two now. That could be big, but Panzer Squad keeps the Hellcat at bay and away from the Panzer IIIs and, you know, the solo Panzer IV. All right. Crusader trying its best. But it is one Crusader versus a Panzer IV. Crusaders are not known for being able to fight Panzer IVs. And it's not... Yeah. There goes the game. They must have surrendered. And there we go. By the way, this game was submitted by... Let's see. I'm pretty sure it was Evelyn on the Co3 stats. So essentially, there's Co3 replays. That's where this game was submitted to. That's why I wanted to see a higher ranked game. And yeah, it actually kind of, it was really good. I did like this game a lot. It did show the American focus on less riflemen, more commandos, which has become more and more prevalent and top tier players seem to be using. But it did show the lack of AT from such build and potential for being dived on, as we saw. There was no way to snare the Panzers or stop them in their tracks very easily. 75 went down, and the Sherman went down as well. Doc Player did pretty well, things considered, though he did take some losses with the Panzer Pioneer and the Assault Grenadier, as we saw. Not many high kill counts there, though Panzer III is definitely... The armor was the thing that got the kills here. Again, nothing with the bishops, really. Not much damage overall. Again, I feel like the bishops were the wrong call for this. Australians seem to be the right call. 36 kills. Nothing to sneeze at, right? I think they're the highest killing infantry of the game. So yeah, Australians really solid infantry, even though they lack AT. And yeah, also Grenadier is pretty good, especially if they're once you got the Vet 1 upgrade and then they just started snowballing. Doing some really good coverage of the infantry, the support equipment, and the armor. So good job there, I would say. But overall, a solid game by everybody. But yeah, I think training season brought it down a little bit. I don't know if Stuart's spam would have helped with the pack guns per se, but I think that maybe going with a Matilda or more Crusaders, something else, maybe one bishop I could see, but two I feel like was very risky, and the risk did not pay off. But hey, this was, again, 2v2 on Outskirts. This is separate from a 4v4 game on steps or something else. But because, again, artillery is a little more prevalent there, there's a lot more units. But still, I think this does showcase the fact that if the enemy is going with lots of artillery, there is that weak point that you can get in and, you know, do a final blow. This isn't a situation where the artillery will just wear you down. It doesn't look like it's that yet. But again, this also wasn't dealing with the Wehrmacht's Vesper. The Vesp. Oh god, I'm butchering the thing. I literally just butchered that thing's name. What is it called? The artillery unit. The Vespi. Oh god, Vesper. I think it's called Vesper. Anyway, point is, the German artillery unit, that thing is its own separate category because it does have that tracking shot. But still, at least for right now, this is what the top tier guys are doing, and here's a good way to counter the allied artillery, and potentially the Axis too, if they did a similar spam on their end. But hey, what do you guys think? Leave your comments below. This has been Greyshot 17, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Joey G240, Milam, Big Cooch, Aphyria, Ace, Pyro Shark, Tonybee 95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.